Okay. Hey, everybody. We are going to talk about sponsoring today, and we're going to talk about um, some how-tos, how not tos, and some psychology behind sponsoring. So if you guys have questions, just put those in the chat, and we're going to get started. So the first thing that I want to talk to you guys came from our Momentum Monday call, which is the director's call that we do once a month. It is so good, and I cannot wait till all of you guys can be on that call with me. The last one was probably one of my favorite ones. We did talk about sponsoring, and I learned some things that I thought would be really, really good for us to share. One of the girls that was presenting, her name is Jamie Raudebush. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but y'all make sure you go follow her. I'll put her name somewhere where we can all follow her. She is doing amazing with pharmacy. She's been with the company for a while. And so I'm going to share some things that she told us and also some things that Heather West told us, who is a makeup artist. And she is also an influencer with pharmacy. So the first thing that Jamie said was like kind of like a but also a okay, I get it thing. And that is, hold your breath. She posts 5 times a day. 5 times a day, okay? But she is bomb.com at sponsoring, and her page gets so much engagement. And I really think that these posts are helping with the engagement because how do you guys feel? I know, like with me, I'm posting stuff and it's like crickets, and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? But I really think by her doing these posts, it's really helping with her algorithm and getting more eyes on her post. When I tell you about what she's posting, it'll make more sense too. Um, so the thing about the five the five posts, you can schedule your post on Facebook. So that makes it a lot easier when you know exactly what you're supposed to be posting every single day. You can say, oh, I can find 5 of these, 5 of these, 5 of these, and so on. And you can just schedule them out. Okay. So we're all about working smarter, not harder, because this business is supposed to give you more time with your family, not take you away from it. Okay. So these are the 5 posts. I want y'all to write these down. Now, am I saying that you guys have to do this? No, of course, I'm not saying you got to do it's your business. You can run it how you want to, but I do like this idea, and I think that I'm going to start incorporating more of these into mine. I probably can't like overnight just do the 5 a day, but over time I'm going to try to get to it. So, motivational is number one. So, you know, a selfie with a quote. It could be a story, a motivational story of something that happened to you or something that happened to a friend, or if you're a Christian, it could be a Bible verse or whatever. Motivational. Number two is engagement. So engagement is going to be who has ever put onions in their socks? Okay. That was like mine last week because I had just listened to that moment on Monday, and I was like, well, might as well go ahead and start now. So, engagement, those questions, people love to give their opinions on stuff. And another good place to do these engagement posts are in your stories, asking polls. So asking like, do you like this look or this look better? Or doesn't even have to have anything done to do with makeup. It could be ocean or the beach. I mean, ocean or the mountains or whatever. I mean, it can be something like that, but do some kind of engagement. So motivational, engagement. Number three, opportunity. Every single day, an opportunity post every single day. And we'll talk more about those when we get more into the sponsoring stuff that I'm going to talk about. So some kind of offer for the opportunity. So when I say that, I mean, you know, for somebody to join your team. But we're not going to say join your team. That's going to be something we'll talk about later. Number four is a product. You're going to be talking about some product. It could be the collagen, it could be the Nutra Plus, it could be anything, but you're gonna highlight a product. And isn't it nice to think about it that way, where you're not just showing like a whole face of makeup and saying like this is pharmacy, and then like hoping somebody might like something that you're wearing. Instead of that, you're gonna pick one product and you're gonna highlight it. So you might pick, I don't know. Y'all know I've got my little cheat sheets right here. Oh, there they are. My little cheat sheets with the different product stuff. You might pick the BB Glaze lipstick, and you might show a picture of it and say, I like this because, and you're going to look at some of the stuff on the website. It's gluten free, paraben free, da 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 da, and you're just going to highlight it. Do I have any friends on here that are gluten free? Like, you're gonna say, ask a question at the end, and that way it's gonna get some people like, oh, okay, I didn't know your products were gluten free. That's so cool. I have celiac or whatever. So that's number 4, your product post. Number 5 is a lifestyle post. This is your post that has absolutely nothing to do with your business. Okay. I could post about my plants or my dogs or my husband. Those are usually the trifecta, okay? Plants, dogs, husband. That's usually all I got going on, food. I like to post about food. But pick those other things that when people see that, they think that about you. Like they might if they see a candle, they might think about Krista. If they see something Disney, they might think about Brittany and her little girls. So those types of things that people are going to start tagging you in when they see you in, that is your lifestyle content. Okay. So those are your 5 posts a day. If you choose to do the 5 a day, I mean, you could even do 2 a day or whatever, but I would definitely rotate through those categories, because I think that that is the ticket. Especially incorporating those engagement posts in there. Another thing she said, show up every single day. They are looking for who will be a good leader. And that really hit me, because people always talk about your Facebook page as being like your storefront. And you don't ever want your store to be closed. You don't ever want people to think like, is she still doing this? I don't know. Like, I'll just go somewhere else. Your store is always open. Yes. But imagine if somebody is thinking about joining you and you're not showing up. They might think, I don't know if I want her to be my leader because she's really not present. And I know that I'm going to need support. And so I want somebody that's showing up, and so that was something I hadn't really thought about before, but I thought that was great advice. Repurpose to all platforms. So I've always heard pick a platform that's your favorite and really, focus in on that. And what by that I mean like Facebook or Instagram or whatever. Pick your favorite and focus on that. But there's nothing wrong with, repurposing that content and putting it out in other places. I never thought that I would, like, I was late to the TikTok thing. Like I was like, I'm not doing TikTok. And then when I got on TikTok, I grew faster there than I have anywhere else. And it's something I never would have known about if I didn't just start doing it. So definitely repurpose your stuff so that you are kind of like seeing, you don't know where your people are. You have to look and see where your people are. IG stories are where it's at. Post about the opportunity there too. We're going to talk about what to post, what not to post. Don't just post the graphics, okay? Like not like the corporate, like it's so much better when you have your own like face and you're doing something than graphics. And if you do want to create a graphic, put your face on it. Okay, put your face on it or make it a video, make it fun. But I always say this, you don't want it to be QVC. We're not shopping on QVC. Like this is you and your personal business that's going to help your family. So they want to buy from, a human being, okay, not a graphic. And so make your graphics or make your post, make them feel like they're supporting a small business. Does that help? Like, so like, um, I know for instance, I had a boutique reach out to me and they wanted me to like post about some jeans that they sent me. And they sent me a picture of their entire
Listening.
family and they wrote out how they lost one of their daughters because of she had some kind of syndrome and all this stuff. And they told their story. And when they told the story, I was like gung ho, doing it, sold, check me, sign me up, whatever. And so those are the things that people want to support. Remember that we're not just an advertisement. You are a business owner. Um, okay, I know I'm going really fast. Let's see. Share your story. And there are people out there that need to hear your story. Okay. So don't think that you don't have anything special to share because I believe that God gave all of us experiences and a purpose. And there's people out there that can can learn from and that can benefit from hearing your story and your story and your story and your story. And when you hide that away and you keep it to yourself, you could be taking that away from somebody. You could be like, what if somebody needed to hear about, my journey that I've had trying to lose weight or my journey with anxiety and how I've overcome so much of that. And, all these different things. It's like God has placed that on my heart. And I do believe that like this is a vessel for me to share that. So maybe that's not your belief, but maybe you still believe that we all have a purpose and that we all go through experiences to be able to share and help others. So let's see. TikTok lives. I don't know if any of you guys have tried those. I think you have to have 1,000 followers to do a TikTok live. I'm not really sure. But one of the things they said is that it's always like new people on there. It's always new faces on TikTok live. So you're getting your content in front of so many new people. Um, do y'all hear that? They're working on my house. It's people outside. If it sounds weird, that's what it is. Um, okay. The next part that I'm going to talk about is um, picking. I'm going to kind of go through this quickly. You're going to pick 5 products that you are just going to continuously focus on. They could be your top 5. They could make a full face. So, like this girl, hers were the Elixir, the BB cream, the Touch Trio, um, the Infinilash mascara, and the lip plumper. So all of those made up her 5. She always talks about those same products and she knows them in and out. And when she highlights these products, she talks about what it is, what makes it special, and why they need it. So give them FOMO. Give a statistic or a training tip for these things. So, um, why is this better than another mascara? I mean, really. And I mean, it could just be because it's a lot more affordable. You could survey and you could say, I surveyed 10 of the most popular mascaras, and ours is the most affordable, and it's a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury or whatever, because our Midnight Touch are the dupes for the liquid um blush and bronzer for Charlotte Tilbury. So that's something that you can say too. I think dupes are really fun to talk about. I think that's kind of in right now. People really like to get an affordable dupe. So just kind of another little thing you can do. But I like to bring in that. I know that that's kind of more a salesy thing than it is sponsoring when I talk about these product posts, but it is things that you can put on that day that you talk about products. And it also, I feel like it's kind of helpful because it takes the overwhelm out of it. Like if I know today I'm going to post about the BB glaze, well, I look up the BB glaze, I try on the BB glaze, I do what, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of like helps you to narrow it down. and takes away some of that overwhelm. Okay, are you guys hanging in there? I know I'm flying through some stuff. Is everybody good? Okay. I've got a few more things to talk about when we look at kind of like good. I'm glad this is helpful. We talked a little bit about marketing. We talked about some objections before. And we're going to kind of go through some of that psychology because I think that is so important when you're sponsoring. Let me see. Okay. So, you know, we've talked a lot about making connections with people and not just like cold messaging
So
people.
good.
And that is something that, you know,
That they're so good.
we used to be told to do that, and I don't do it. I don't cold message anybody. It just feels sorry guys, I'm still getting over this cold. It feels icky, it feels gross. I don't like it. I'm not doing it. So here are some ways that you can kind of be authentic in your content to make people feel closer to you. Okay. And a lot of times, if we're more vulnerable with our content, it makes people feel more comfortable coming to us and saying something like, you know what, I really do want to join, but I'm just really scared. Okay, girl, I got you. Like, there's most women that do this are scared at the beginning. So we have to create a safe place for them to be able to open up and share that, to help them get through that. So here are some things that might help with that authenticity and might help you connect with them. You can share a struggle that you overcame and now you're on the other side. You can share about a lesson that you learned that you want to pass on. You can share a story from your past that shaped who you are today. A fear you have that you are learning to overcome. So maybe you're not there yet, you know? I remember one time I posted a picture of myself with shorts on, and I just like looked down and I posted shorts and I was like, I don't wear shorts ever. I never wear shorts, but I'm trying, and like it's really scary for me, but I'm trying and all this stuff, and like people, you wouldn't believe how many people commented and they were like, it's okay, I'm trying to, and some people were like, screw it, girl, just do it, and all this different stuff. But it was like so much connection that came off of just me being vulnerable. um a hilarious story or mistake, or an embarrassing moment, um sharing your beliefs or core values from a place of conviction or confidence. So I feel convicted a lot about random things. So that seems to be, something that I feel like I have to share, because it's kind of like, okay, guys, I'm going to put it out there. I'm working on this. Maybe somebody else is going through it too. We can do this together. A life hack that saves you time and energy. Okay. So here's the thing, guys. If I could say like one thing that is going to take your sponsoring game and make it a 180, is don't make it about you gaining a person on your team. Don't make it about you. Make it about how are you going to help this person achieve their goals. Okay? Because they're not joining to help you. You know what I'm saying? They're not joining because they want to help you. They want to know what is in this for them. And they should want to know. Like it should be about them, because this is going to be their business. So it is our job to, as we're making our posts and as we are talking in our stories and on our lives, our job is to talk to these people like we're talking right now. And like you're talking to your best friend and saying, look, girl, I know you got dance costumes to pay for. I know you got whatever, your debt you need to pay for. This could really help you. What could an extra $750 your first month do for you and your family? I can help you get there. Um, but you really need to kind of tap into what it can do for them. Now that kind of goes back to what we've talked about before, which is what is motivating to people? Are they motivated by money? Are they motivated by time freedom? Instead of saying, what could this money do for you? What if you could go down to part time? What if you could quit your job? What if you could choose your own hours? Like things like that for people that want time freedom and so on and so forth. The sisterhood is huge. And you can talk about how it's helped you. You can incorporate all of these things that I talked about, like your vulnerabilities and how the sisterhood has helped you, and then turn around and ask those questions back to your followers. Okay. So making it personal, but also speaking directly to them and saying, look, I have this, it's available, but you're not going to beg people, okay? Because we're not desperate. We have the best job in the world. We don't have to beg people. What we do have to do is educate them and show them what is available to them, because a lot of people do not realize all of the perks that we have, all of the free stuff, all of the money, all of the things, okay? So a couple things that I do not recommend is saying join my team. Okay. I know it comes so natural because that's just what we've always learned. But maybe instead saying something like, why don't you take a chance on yourself? Why don't you or if you would like to face your fears and whatever your post is about, make the money, get the time, whatever, show your children that it's possible, make your own hours, be in control of your schedule if you want la 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 la. But when you say join my team, it puts it back on you. It puts it back on like, okay, I need you to help me with something. And remember, it ain't about us, okay? All right, let's see. Even this promotion, it's not about us, because look at look at all the stuff they're getting. So if you're watching this video and it is not April 2024, then you can just disregard what I'm about to say. But in April 2024, we have this incredible promotion where you can sign up for free and get a mascara for $5. And some people might be lured in by the mascara for $5, and some people might see the business opportunity, and some people might see that 50% discount. It's a lot of different people that we can talk to in these 10 days. And in these 10 days, guys, it is going to be, well, I can't, you guys can do it however you want to do, but whenever we have these big promotions like this, I use them to the fullest of my ability, because I know that my business has boomed whenever I've had a surge of people join. Okay, so I joined in October, and I think we have 70 or so people on our team. Actually, I think it's more. I think it's closer to 90 now. And I was able to hit director because when we started, it was $1 sign up, and I knew, I was like, I have to roll, I have to grow, I have to build. If I want to promote, to move up or whatever, then I need to grow wide, okay? And and if you're watching this and you're like, you know what, I don't really want to build a huge team, that is totally okay. But I am telling you that there's a lot more money in growing a team. So if that's something that you are in this for, then you might want to consider it. And plus, you have all of these training resources. You don't have to be the leader by yourself. They're welcome to all of our team stuff that we do, and you don't have to do that alone. So, um, I would definitely recommend you guys. We've got 10 days. How many people did you talk to about it today? Like it's 8 o'clock. How many people have you talked to about the opportunity today? Because day one's almost over. And then we've got 9 days. And, get that like sense of urgency and excitement and start, really shouting from the rooftops how amazing this is and how many people could be helped by this. The travel, that's another thing that I didn't talk about, but that was something that, I had
Mhm.
no idea I loved until I started doing it. And then I was like, oh man, I love this. And even better when I get to do it with all my girlfriends. Like it's so fun. And so, anyway, let me look and see if there's anything else. I'm going to stop recording, you guys. If I can, I can't ever find the button. Um,